All right, it's Matt along with Angel Goo today, and we have Diamond Slime, who is a unique character that honestly is really, really good, but sometimes it's a unit that people just won't really think about. So I'll tell you why you should be thinking about it next. All right, brought out one of my slimes because Diamond Slime is a slime family unit. It's a very defensive based unit. Is a credible selflessness unit. So basically, is a great guarder and has the same abilities as Gem Slime, where it has a 45% natural decrease in damage, and also basically has an all attribute resistance except for Charm on top of it as well, halved. And second and fourth gives you all attribute resistance, additional 5% on top of that. Uh, it also has three movement and very high agility. So for a defending unit, it actually does a very nice effect on top of it. With its third skill, giving a unit with Diamond Ball after our friend Tact within range. Um, and gives Diamond Cannon plus 5%, along with the fifth one with another 50%, 50 HP, sorry, which is actually really big with Diamond Slime. But honestly, the only skill you're going to be using is Selflessness. Receives an attack from the adjacent for one turn. You're going. It has it's an MP of 23, but it actually costs more because, sorry, still sick here. Um, in order for it to get the very large decrease, you also get a 30% increase in MP. So it does have the a slight negative in that it requires more MP than normal in order to cast. Diamond armor is something that is really, really powerful. It increases all defense and spell resistance for 3 turns. But honestly, you're only really going to be able to use it once uh, during the battle on turn one. And then at that, the rest of the points, it will need to selflessness and diamond cannon. Honestly, it's only useful in incredibly rare situations because you will be using selflessness the entire time. But what's nice is if you get it to 3 hearts, this is where my goal is going to be. It will chase with a diamond ball. It is a magic attack. It is a very, very strong. It is something that will be very, very useful to use and to abuse with being able to protect your units. So it is great for, I would say, anything of medium length. Its big issue is it will run of MP because selflessness is just not going to be able to use it more than like 15 or 20 turns. So for some of the Blossom Road, where it takes like 70, 170 turns or so, Diamond Slime just won't be able to survive. Uh, its stats HP is 662 max. That's with the plus 50. Its defense, though, is incredibly high at 741. MP is 461, which, as I say, is good enough to keep it going for about 20 turns at 5 Awakenings. At my 3, I'm probably going to be good for about 15 to 20, 15 or so. But it is a weakness with the MP. With remember with that 30% increase in spell, but its agility and wisdom's actually incredibly high at 425 and 428. It also has 3 movement, which is great, and a weight of 50. The preferred weapon, you just want to put as much HP as can. So this is not Knight's Rapier. This is the Lollipop. Um, it was the Halloween event. Basically, as I say, you just want HP. Whatever your highest HP weapon, give it to Diamond Slime. Let it slurp it up. Basically, HP is going to be your friend, and it's going to really allow your Diamond Slime to take that much more damage. Basically, if you're easy math here, if you have 100 HP for your Lollipop here, and you that actually makes it to be about 145 HP because of his 45% decrease there. So you could just see how well that really stacks. Preferred learned skills here. I'm going to be honest, blunt, maybe a heal skill, but in all honesty, you're just going to be using selflessness, so there's no real point giving Diamond Slime skills. Pros con pull. It's an incredibly durable unit. Basic characteristic reducing damage by 45% is insane. Third Awakening allows it to counter with some good damage. It's going to be about 200 to 250 on average, which honestly, for a tank unit, is really, really nice. It's going to survive with this there, and being able to counter is just huge. And because of its mobility and agility, it's the fastest cover unit in the game, which allows you to do different tactics than normal. Uh, it is actually useful for offensive arena because of this, and also very interesting to maybe screw around with in arena with its ability to counter, especially if you've got 3 hearts or more. Um, its pros, sorry, the cons. Its weakness is charmed. So anyone who can do charming is actually its Diamond Slime's counter. Otherwise, all other abnormal conditions are halved. Um, its MP consumption, it does get annoying with the 30%, which can add up after a while. Even so, if you get up selflessness up enough, that should knock it down probably 8, so 15 extra 30%. You can still get it to go fairly long. For arena, it will work fine. But as I say, the blossoming door is not really well equipped for that because of the lack of the MP that it has. But its HP is also low, so you got to equip with the highest HP gear you have. But if you can give it 150 HP, which is actually doable, um, this becomes a pretty scary unit to face. And yes, I am going to pull it. This is probably the last unit I'm going to go hard for a while. I'm going to try to get to the third awakening, but I am planning on using my slime shards. So, yeah, I'm going to put a lot of my other resources into it as well. But it is a very interesting unit. Fortunately, though, Grim Rider is not as interesting. It is a very high attack and a decent agility unit. Its HP and defense are relatively low and it has movement of 4, so it can hit pretty hard for the one. The first tackle is inflicts 110% damage and moves up 2 squares, which I actually hate this ability. I wish it was a tackle which at range 3 that pushed him away 2 squares. Then Grim Rider would be a lot more useful. Concentrated thrust gives a high chance, 60% of reducing defense for 3 turns and 200% physical damage. This is probably its best skill in my mind. But Cursed Wheel is also somewhat useful with 4 times and 10% curse chance. So low curse chance, but with the ability to that did not save. I'm sorry. Inflicts 50% dome damage and do 4 chances at the curse. It's a little higher than 10%, but curse is a really powerful cancellation. But I do really like that has a high chance of reducing defense for 3 turns at 60%. That's where it's going to be good for, but in all honesty, it is a glass cannon. Um, Add another attack skill to it, but and ignore the runaway magic. I apologize. That was from the previous unit. Did not save the last one, but I hope you guys enjoyed this relatively quick one. I will remind people though that we will also be getting the rank 8. And yes, there's going to be the training here. Basically, though, what you're really going to be trying to do is get these illustrious crystals, which is what's needed to rank up to rank 8. Um, it's not as limiting as 5 and 6 are. In my mind, for a lot of people, 5 and 6 are where the largest one is going to be, I mean, for you know, stopping people. Um, if you're willing to farm, you can farm out a lot of other stuff. Uh, but it is early. Sorry, my cough's also disagreeing with this. I'm not as happy about this rank 8 either. I was expecting it roughly a month from now, and I know Kage and others were expecting it 3 months from now. So it is going to be a bit painful. Um, and unfortunately, I don't like it because, I mean, it'll be good for me. I'll have enough rank 8 materials to be able to use for my team. But I do know that it is going to hurt people, some people in PvP, especially in guild wars. It will kind of separate out the guilds for a little bit, as the higher spending guilds will have more of the ability to get the rank 8 materials that have more units to counter people with rank 8. So, yeah, I'm a little annoyed. I think end of July would have been a lot more fair. I don't think September was going to be doable because I do know that we have been seeing, excuse me, less what I call filler content, mostly because Japan's still a couple months ahead of us, and with those three that's there. So I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for watching, and good luck, everybody, and I'll see you later. Bye.